Hi, Mika. How are you doing
Hello.
today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. It's really nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Thank you. Would you mind introducing yourself, please?
Yes, so as I said, my name is Mika, and I'm originally from South Africa, but right now I live in Cambodia, where I've been living for nearly 3 years. I live with my mom, and before Cambodia, I lived in Morocco, and my family lived there for about, I would say, 7 years. And before that, I studied in America, in the UK, and in South Korea. So I was able to, travel around the world and live in different countries, which is something I really enjoy. Yeah, and right now I just kind of work on Cambly, eat and sleep, that kind of thing, normal routine.
Right.
And I enjoy when I do have free time.
Yeah.
I should be more productive, but I enjoy just scrolling on TikTok or on
Right.
Instagram and just
Yeah.
finding new dramas and series to watch. And I enjoy reading as well.
Yeah.
That's a little bit
That's
about me.
great. Thank you for that lovely introduction.
Awesome.
So my name is Neetu,
Mhm.
and yeah, as you know, I'm also a Cambly tutor. So I've been on Cambly for 3 years, and yeah, before that, I was working in schools. I live in Bangkok, in Thailand, at the
Mhm.
moment. I've lived here for 14 years. I grew up in London, so we moved from London to Bangkok.
Mhm.
Yeah, for my husband's job, and we just ended up staying for many years. And I have three boys, so they are 14, 15, and 24. So two of them are here with me, and my eldest son is in London with my parents. Actually, he's there. Yeah.
Okay, wow. Mhm.
So I moved to England when I was 4 years old from Kerala in South India, and we settled there. So that's
Okay.
a little
Wow.
bit about me. Yeah.
Sorry, you said from Kerala?
That's right, from Kerala. Yeah.
Okay, wow. My dad actually, so my parents are from South Africa originally, but
Okay.
like way back ancestry, my dad's side is from India, from Tamil Nadu, and his family was brought over as, slaves during the British
Okay.
colonization to work in the sugarcane fields. So I'm also half Indian by blood, but not necessarily by culture.
I
I'm
see.
very South
Right.
African, yes.
Yeah. Right. So you were born in South Africa. Is that right?
Born in South Africa, yeah, lived there for like 21 years and then moved to other places.
Wow, that's great. So
Yes.
could you tell me a little bit about your childhood, just for
Mhm.
people to know more about you, please?
Right. So, where do I start? Okay, as I said, I
Mhm.
was born in Cape Town, South Africa. So it's not the capital city, although I think it should be, honestly, in South Africa. Growing up, we moved a lot as well within South Africa because my mom is just someone who loves moving. We are Christian, so growing up, my mom always told me God created the entire world, so why stay in one place?
I
Go
see.
explore, stuff like that, have adventures. So
Mhm.
that's just kind of that's how I've grown up, and that's why I think my mindset now is like that in a way. I don't see why I have to be settled down in one place when if it's possible, I can
Yeah.
experience new things and new cultures. So that's how it was growing up, which meant in my childhood I made friends and then bye, hello to new
Right.
friends and that.
Yeah.
Um, but I was homeschooled from grade 5
Okay.
using an American curriculum. So it made moving around easier as well because I never had to enroll in a school all the time.
I
Um,
see.
yes, and oh, my two youngest siblings. So I'm the oldest of four. It's me, my brother, my sister, my brother, and the two youngest are actually originally from Cambodia. We adopted them when they were 6 and 7 years old. So that was about 19 years ago. We
Right.
adopted them. So before that, my childhood was kind of normal, and then after that it just kind of changed because you have two new people with different cultures who couldn't speak
Right.
English be introduced into your life, but it was
Yes.
a very good choice. Yeah, so my
Amazing.
family grew up, well, I grew up in a household where it
Mhm.
wasn't one culture, it was
Mhm.
multiple cultures, and we ate different foods, we engaged with different people with different cultures. So it was a very enriching childhood, I would say.
Yes.
um, yeah, and I was a very typical child. Like even till the age of 17 or 18,
Right.
my teenage years, I would still play hide and go seek or on. I'm not sure if on is translated well into other cultures, but it's just like tag, you're it.
Oh, right. Yeah, I know tag. Yeah, so similar.
In South Africa.
I
So
see.
yeah, so that's my childhood. It was just a very, in a way, normal, besides all the movings and adoption and yeah, things like that. Also, I grew up speaking 2 languages. So my first language is English, and then my second language is Afrikaans, which is like baby Dutch, very similar to Dutch because we also got colonized by the Dutch as well. So I think that's why it also helps me to learn new languages, because I've grown up learning 2. Well, the grammar is quite different. How you use the vocab, way you put the adjectives are very different in English or Afrikaans. So I think that has helped me. My childhood has really helped me become who I am today. Yeah, I think
That's amazing. Yeah.
what you're looking for.
Yeah, that's amazing. You give me a really like extensive summary of all your, yeah, that's amazing. Thank you. So in terms of the languages that you spoke at home, so did you switch between English and Afrikaans?
We would switch, or we would just use them together.
Right.
Yes, because sometimes I would forget a word and I'm like, oh, what is this word in English? Or, oh, what's this word in Afrikaans? But my mom says I speak Korean as my 3rd language. My mom says my Korean is better than my Afrikaans. She says, don't even try to speak Afrikaans because you butcher it. So I try to, but I guess Korean is my 2nd language now.
Korean. So what inspired you to learn Korean? Was there a reason, like, would you like to go to Korea, or was it just like you loved the language?
I think, okay, I'll give you the honest opinion was I enjoy watching anime when I was younger. So I watched anime and I watched Hana Yori Dango, which means like boys over flowers. It's a Japanese anime that got made into a real life version with the Korean actors. And I was just scrolling on YouTube and I saw, oh, there's people and this is the same as the anime. So I started watching it and I was like, oh, what is this language? Oh, these guys look very handsome. And that's when I found out about Korea. And then my cousin, she was into K-pop at the time, and she introduced me to K-pop, which I'm no longer really a fan of. Now I think I enjoy Korea's culture more than the dramas or the music. But that's what started it, because this guy's hot, so basically.
Yeah, some of the actors are really handsome, you're right.
They are. So,
yeah.
And I think they know that. That's how they get you hooked. So that's why I decided to go and study in Korea, where I studied for only 8 months and I just learned the language. So it was one tip I can give anyone learning a language, if possible, if you have the money and the time, is go to the country where they speak the language. You are forced to read it every day, listen to it every day, speak it every day. So that's why my Korean in 8 months really improved. However, unfortunately, now my Korean friends, we speak English and I don't really practice my Korean. So my level has decreased.
Right. I see. So you're still in touch with the friends you made in Korea, and
in Korea, yes. And also when I studied in America, my main friend groups wherever I go really are mostly Asian. I think I don't know, I just feel kind of more comfortable with the culture because I know it more. And now I live in Asia as well, so I just understand the culture more.
I see. So now you're living in Cambodia, is that right? Yeah.
Nearly 3 years.
Nearly 3 years, right. So was that always on the cards, because you said that? So it's your brother and your 2 brothers who were adopted from?
My one sister and my one brother.
Oh, sorry, yes. One sister and your brother. So was it also for them to learn about the culture that you moved to Cambodia?
That was one of the aspects of it as well, I would say. But the main one is my mom just wanted to move from Morocco, and we pray about it, things like that. And she made a list of all the countries that we can go to that allows us to stay there visa-free for the longest time, to get a feel of the country. And if we like it, then to apply for residency. So Malaysia was on the table. Thailand was kind of on the table, but Thailand can be a bit more tricky. As we've realized, when it comes to asking for residency, you have to have a big amount of money in your bank account to get a job there. So it's a bit more tricky. Vietnam, we actually wanted to go to Vietnam initially. That's where we wanted to go to. And at that time, 2.5 or 3 years ago, Vietnam was okay, opened their borders to South Africans. We didn't need a visa. It was visa-free. And then when we were ready to move, We rechecked everything and everything was in order. They closed the borders in a way where South Africans only were allowed to go to Vietnam for 15 days, and they were only allowed to go through a tour guide. So we were going to have to pay a lot of money to go through a tour guide, which means we weren't really able to get a feel of the country, try to find out about the residency process or anything like that. So then the last country was Cambodia. My mom really didn't actually want to come here. So it was the last one, but Cambodia is one of the easiest countries so far to get residency, or not even residency, just 6 to 1 year visas. All you need to do, Nitu, is go to the visa office, give your passport, give a picture, give the money, sign, that's it. They don't ask for bank
Very
statements.
straightforward, yeah.
I'm like, don't you need this? Don't you need that? No, we take care of it. I'm like, okay, it's legal, so you guys do what you want to do.
That's exactly what you need, yeah. A really simple process, yeah, that's great.
So that's why we came here as well.
Wow. And how is life in Cambodia? So having grown up in South Africa and lived in other countries, would you say that you're really enjoying life there at the moment? And how is it similar or different to your other experiences?
I would say, to be honest, I never get frightened of going to a new country. I think it's because, like I said, I have moved quite a lot. And just my mindset growing up is, there's no like, oh, what if they don't speak our language? Oh, what if we can't do this? It's just like, oh, let's go try. Let's go see. It's not a block or wall that we put in front of us. So I was excited to come here. The only thing I will be honest is I was a bit worried about my weight because I'm not necessarily a very thin person. So I remembered when I came to Cambodia 19 years ago, everyone was very, very, very thin. So it did make you stand out even more as a foreigner. However, coming here, they've been introduced to bread, to Western food. A lot of them are bigger now. So I was like, oh, okay, there's no problem. So that got dispelled. And so yes, as I said, I was just very excited. I wasn't really worried about the language because my sister and my brother speak the language. My sister more than my brother. So she could translate and help a bit with things. And also just the weather. That was one thing. I like cold weather. So living in Cambodia has been difficult sometimes because of the heat. But I think my body has adapted now. So I think I'm okay. But it's a bit different from South Africa in regards to community. When I say that, I don't mean community between Cambodians. They have community to a certain degree. But between Cambodians and Barang, which is foreigner, like Farang in Thai. It's like foreigner, between Cambodians and foreigners. I think they will be kind, they will smile, but that's it sometimes. It's not like in South Africa, if we were at the bus stop, we were not having a conversation. Oh, where are you going? Why is the bus so late? Oh, how's your life? And that kind of things. Or even come eat by my house. Or no, do you want to come eat together? Like with that. But in Cambodia, it doesn't really cross that line.
I see.
So I do miss that about South Africa and Morocco as well. Morocco, big community-based country. Even if you don't speak the language, our neighbors used to bring us food all the time, and we used to exchange food and things like that. They don't speak an ounce of English. It's our eyes and our action.
Very generous-minded.
Exactly. Great. So I think that's a bit of a difference. But besides that, it's just another country where I get around. I speak a little bit of the language to know how to ask someone how much something is, or please stop here, or please wait, thank you, hello, how are you? Common phrases.
That's great. And I think when you live in a different country, it really opens your eyes to like a new way of life. And, new people. And I have to say with Thai people as well, they're really warm, really friendly. I think the only issue is, for us, we can't speak much Thai, unfortunately, after being here so long. But I would say that my kids and my husband, they know much more than I do. They have lessons and they kind of, that helps you integrate more when you know the language. But then you still get that sense of warmth from people. But it's a similar thing in terms of community. I feel that like they usually meet in a public place rather than in each other's houses. They don't have this kind of concept of inviting people over, having dinner. It's more like you would meet in a restaurant or somewhere like that. Yeah, but that's not to say with everyone. I think some of it is because of the, maybe they don't feel comfortable with the language. It could be.
It could be many things. Obviously, I was just generalizing, but every person is different. We have an opposite neighbor. Do you know the Khmer Rouge?
Oh, yes.
Yes, he survived it. So he speaks a bit of English and French more than his English.
Right.
But you can just see, how do I put this in a way? You can see when a person has been brought up in a different environment. Like he has been brought up in a more Westerny kind of environment, if I would say so, because he speaks English, obviously, whereas my neighbors over here, they don't speak a lot of English, so they are a bit more distant. But because he has been brought up within a Western environment,
right,
he's a bit more, he would come over and ask, can I park my car here? Or we give gifts. My mom loves giving gifts, so we give gifts to our neighbors.
Yes.
He's the only one that has reciprocated.
Oh, I see.
Not that we're looking for them to reciprocate, but just, have that mindset of you have given, therefore I should give back.
Yes.
So he does that when he goes traveling. He brings us something, and when I go traveling, I bring him something.
I see.
So it just shows. I just generalize, but every person, depending on the environment and how they were brought up, reacts differently to different situations.
That's true. And sometimes it's like personality as well. Like even in England, when I think that, we might not know our neighbors or everyone is so like busy with work and kind of school and things like that, that they don't kind of have much time, and maybe at weekends they're doing family things. So it's also that. But I would say it's really enriching, isn't it, to live in a different country, experience the culture, the food and everything. Yeah. So is that something that you would recommend to people who have always lived in their country and are maybe thinking about moving abroad?
Yes, 150%. Get out the country, like go try something, even if it's just for a week, to go and stay in a place, try to live like the locals. That's what I love to do, is when I do travel. Like I was in Thailand actually the beginning of August for a week, and the type of traveler I am is I don't do a lot of touristy things. So I wouldn't go to the temples, or obviously because I'm Christian, but I mean I wouldn't go to temples or like to palaces or things like that. I would go to the supermarket, cook at home, talk to the local people. Like I would try to live in the country that I'm in, because that's how you really get to feel the culture of things. And going to supermarket shows you what people normally buy. It can tell you about people's lives as well, and you get to meet people. But I definitely recommend, yes, in the beginning, if it's your first time, it would be a bit nerve-wracking. You would feel nervous, like, oh, they don't speak my language, or what if this happens, what if that happens? There's always going to be a possibility of something going right or something going wrong. You just have to take the chance, try it out. What I say is, if it's not illegal, and if it's not sinful, and if it's not harming anyone else, do it.
Right. That's a great motto.
Yes, it's not costing you anything. Go out, try. Don't limit yourself. You can love your country, but still experience new things.
Yes. Oh, that's fantastic. I really like that message. Yeah. So coming out of your comfort zone, doing something that challenges you, that's really important. And how about language, Mika? Do you think it's a good idea to be bilingual? How can it help us?
Well, obviously, like you said, Nitu, it does, break some ice and break some barriers between us. Even just saying hello in someone else's language, even if you don't speak anything else, just hello, you can see a change in a person's face. They're like, oh, you took an interest in my culture, in my language. They act friendly towards you. You get better treatment. Unfortunately, it just works like that, So I would recommend, you don't have to be proficient in any other language. However, it would be great if you're going to a country to at least learn thank you, hello, how much, or it's okay, like just some basic phrases. As well. Even if your pronunciation is wrong, if they just see you trying, I would recommend. But I think if we're just talking generally in the world, if it's good to be bilingual, trilingual, for fun, yes. But if I just look at it realistically, Neetu, where the world is going, everyone is learning English.
Yes.
And English has become wherever anyone travels, even if it's not your first language, English is the first language you use.
Yes.
Even if you don't know grammar properly or a lot of vocab, like you say, hungry, eat, help, where, toilet, like, you would try to, it's in English. So from a realistic standpoint, English is enough, but just learn hello, hi in their language.
Yes.
But if you want to, it's not a necessity, but it is something good to have, would be to speak another language in case you go to a rural area in the country where English is maybe not as widely spoken.
Okay.
So, yes.
Yeah, I see.
Advice.
So yeah, I mean, we are so close to Cambodia, but we haven't visited. So I've been to like Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, but I haven't been to Cambodia. I'd love to go there. Vietnam and Japan also. That's on my bucket list. So what are your plans for the future in terms of travel? Would you like to live or visit any other places?
Well, I definitely think, like I said, we've been here 2.5, about 3 years in Cambodia, and both my mom and I have felt like, okay, that's enough now. There's Cambodia, lovely country, but I think for me and where I want to go in the future, it's not the ideal country for me. It is still a very developing country, very fast developing country, but I wouldn't like to develop with it. I would like to just put my roots down and, go out, kind of like that. So I think Cambodia is great for people who do business here, great business opportunities.
Yes.
Some who try to find themselves. Like, they come to temples or the things like they try to find themselves, those kind of people, Cambodia is good. And then the third one, unfortunately, is if you're very old and you want to retire and have a very young wife.
Okay.
To Cambodia. It's very common in Cambodia, so you don't even bat an eye if you see it anymore. So yeah, those are the people in Cambodia. But for me personally, sorry, I'm not even answering your question, Nitu.
Yeah, no problem. It's great. Yeah.
I think I definitely would love to study more. So I have my bachelor's in psychology, but I would love to do my master's in theology and psychology. And there's a program available in South Korea. So I would love to go back to South Korea to study and possibly live. That would be my home base. And then from there go out. I speak the Korean language. Like, I know more about the culture. I just feel very at home in Korea. So I would choose that. But I'm looking also at maybe staying like a month in Thailand, just because on my passport I'm allowed to stay for like 30 days visa free. So I was just thinking of maybe staying in Thailand for a month. And then what other plans do I have? Oh, the end of next year, God willing, in November, I've been invited to a wedding by my friend's sister who I've never met. She's getting married and she invited me. So it's in Taiwan. So I will be going to that. And then I thought, let's just go to China as well and then visit Korea again, maybe. So
That's amazing. Yeah.
Taiwan is a definite, but the others are, we'll see about it.
That's so good. So you still have that sense of excitement, like when you visit a new place, you feel like, everything is just there to explore and learn about. And also, would you say, I always find like when we first moved here, it was very much like, we'd go to the islands, we'd go to Phuket, Koh Samui, and kind of explore everywhere. Koh Chang, which is another island here. But over the years, we've kind of settled more in the sense that I think during the pandemic time, we were lucky that, we could go to the islands and just like work. Like my family was working remotely, the kids were doing, online school. So it was quite easy to travel. And then you just get into a way of life where you don't feel like a tourist anymore. Yeah. You just become acquainted with day-to-day life. Like you said, going to the supermarket, like, building a community around you. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So that's amazing. And so in terms of your family, Mika, so you're one of 4. So I'm one of 2. So I have a sister who's 1 year older. So you have like your family's much bigger. So how would you say the dynamics work? Do you think you're all very close, or do you have like 1 or 2 that you're closer to? Maybe it's more similar to you.
Well, I think I'm the oldest. So like I said, it's me, my brother, my sister, then my brother. The youngest one is 5 years younger than me. So I'm 30 years old actually now. Wow. And he is turning 25. Okay. I think, yes, in November. So There is a 5-year age gap, but it's not really fault. He actually looks older than me, to be honest.
Right,
He
yeah.
has weightlifting, so he just looks older. But when we were younger, in the beginning, when we adopted, obviously, as well, there's a bit of you trying to work out what the relationship's going to be like, and, trying to fight for mom's attention, things like that. So in the beginning, there were some fights, but over a period of time, we are very close. And then recently, because we're all older now, we've kind of not as close as we used to, just because we have chosen different paths of life. And like, for example, I live with my mom here, and then my other brother, he's back with my dad in South Africa because my parents are separated.
Right.
So he's back with my dad in South Africa. And then the sister, she's studying in Chulalongkorn, actually. She's studying in finance.
That's one of the top universities. Yes.
Studying architecture or applied arts, something like that, over there. And then the younger one, he decided to move out. So he lives in Cambodia, relatively close to us. I just found out recently. We don't exactly where, though. So that has kind of made us not as close because we've chosen different paths, different religious views as well. So it has kind of rifted a bit, but it doesn't mean when we get together, we are awkward. When we get together, it's just like, oh, we have seen each other yesterday, or we've seen each other very soon. So
yes,
I would say that. But the house always noisy growing up.
Right.
Yes, I think my house was always filled with children. Wherever we went, I think it's just, my mom is just a really wonderful woman, if I can say so quickly.
That's such a lovely thing for her to hear as well, yeah.
She definitely is. She's always someone who, she really thinks about herself last. So she would always make sure that there are food for the kids and stuff. Like, they would always want to come to our house. They would never want to go to their house or invite us over. They're like, no, can we come to your house? The cousins, no, we want to drive in your car and go somewhere. Like, so I think we've just always been that house. So living in Cambodia now, it's kind of, we get kind of sad a bit. We're like, oh, it would be nice to have family here. Oh, it would be nice to have kids over. So we try to make friends with my next door neighbor. He's like 4 years old. Things like that. Like, we try to make friends with our neighborhood as much as we can.
Oh, that's lovely. So very kind of active and busy life. Yeah, that's fantastic. That's great. So I just wanted to ask you, like, what are your plans for the rest of the day? Will you be on Cambly? Will you be doing anything later on?
I work, so I'm going to be working until 5 today. I normally work 6 days a week now. So I work on Sunday as well, just for some extra cash. And I don't really do much on Sunday. But yes, I'll be working. After you, I have another person and another. I think I'm fully booked today, except for a 15-minute gap.
I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing. And then just talking with my mom and watching a show, I think.
Yes, yeah. And the good thing about Cambly is its flexibility, and you can work anytime that you like, and they don't have any minimum hours or maximum or anything.
Exactly, which is perfect.
Great. Yeah, that's so good. And also, like, with you living in different countries, like, you can take it anywhere. And with me, like, when I'm going to London in September because my nephew is getting married. So I'm thinking, I don't know if I'll be jet lagged, but maybe I could do some there as well. So it just lets you kind of take the job wherever you are.
Exactly. Very flexible.
Yeah. So we're almost out of time. So thank you so much. It was so lovely to talk to you. Thank you for sharing.
Talking to you too. Yeah, definitely. I hope all the best. I hope I was able to provide you with all the things that you needed from me, and hopefully I spoke clearly and at a good speed.
You really did. It was really clear and really expressive. I loved it. Thank you so much.
Have a great day, okay? And safe flights in September.
Yeah.
Right. I'll see
I wish you all the best.